All right, welcome everyone. I hope you're all well. I'm happy to see you in today's class. So as you know, we've been talking about different Canadian symbols in our class, so we're going to continue to do the same thing. And we're going to start by doing a little short Mentimeter presentation to get into the topic. We're going to do a reading activity eventually, and we're going to learn about a very specific Canadian symbol. I'm not going to tell you what that is just yet, but you will find out very soon. So, as you already know, if we're using Mentimeter, you're going to join this interactive Mentimeter presentation by going to this website and entering this code. So please do that now. Once you're in to the website, www.menti.com, and you've entered the code, I'd like you to answer the first question by typing, what are some famous Canadian symbols? So what are some Canadian symbols that you know about? See who's first. I won't actually know who's first. It's anonymous, but. So once you get in, you're going to answer, what are some famous Canadian symbols? Not just the ones we've learned about, any Canadian symbols that you know about. Anything that comes to mind. Can be an object, an animal, a concept, a food, whatever you like. Ooh, maple leaves, Tim Hortons, maple, beaver. Yeah, these are all very common Canadian symbols. And actually, to give you a bit of a guess at what we're going to study, one of these is going to be our topic today. So our topic's going to be possibly maple, Tim Hortons, or beaver. Excellent, thank you very much. So now, moving on to our topic, you can turn off your microphones to answer this. What do you see here? Anybody can answer.
Tim Hortons?
Tim Hortons, yeah, and what specifically from Tim Hortons?
Coffee, hot coffee from Tim Hortons.
Perfect, this is probably a Tim Hortons coffee. I guess it could be a tea or a hot chocolate as well, but this is a Tim Hortons coffee cup. And this is what we're going to study as a Canadian symbol today. We're going to look at Tim Hortons. So somebody put Tim Hortons in the previous slide. Somebody put Tim Hortons here. So what is Tim Hortons? Does anyone know? Who can tell me? What is Tim Hortons?
I think it is a coffee culture.
It is. It's a coffee culture, yes. Not just a coffee shop, but a coffee culture. Excellent. Thank you. So now we're going to move on to some discussion. So for this, again, you can unmute your microphones and respond. I'm not able to see you since I'm doing the presentation, so just feel free to speak when you want to answer a question. So first question, do you like coffee? Why or why not? Anyone can answer.
I can talk first. I can answer first.
Sure. Yes, go ahead.
Unfortunately, I don't like coffee because it's hard to drink with me. It makes me have some like tired time. Yeah, so I cannot drink the coffee. However, for the Tim Hortons, I can bring a iced cup. You know. Yeah. It's a little bit coffee, so it's good for me to have to focus on my studying.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, it's true. And Tim Hortons isn't just coffee. You can have an iced cup, and that's perfect for you, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. How about anyone else? Do you like coffee? Why or why not? Yes,
I actually don't like coffee. And I prefer tea more because coffee gave me a mild headache whenever I drink it. So
sure, yeah. So coffee gives you a headache. So we have a couple of you who are affected kind of negatively by coffee. Yeah. Thank you. Excellent.
I like coffee. Yeah, I like coffee, but actually I don't drink much. I like the smell of the coffee. It makes me awake and feel relaxed. Yeah, I don't drink much, but I like coffee. Enjoy the smell. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. Smell is very nice. I agree. Wonderful. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also like coffee because every morning I drink coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many cups do you have every morning?
Oh, only one.
Okay. Not bad. Excellent. Excellent. You do better than me. I have 2. So wonderful. And anyone else for this question?
I like coffee too because and I think coffee will help me keep my mind clearly.
Yeah.
Also, some article tell me coffee is good for our health, such as good for our blood pressure, just like this.
Absolutely. Very
And
true.
special when I study in Canada in Regina, I think I needed to follow or melt in. I'm not sure the melt is good or not words. I just hope I can enjoy this different culture such as coffee. That's all.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And you do have to do something Tim Hortons if you're in Canada, for sure. Thank you. And the next question, so this is necessarily for everyone. If you drink coffee, how do you like it? So how do you drink your coffee if you drink coffee? I can start. I have my coffee with milk, but no sugar. How about anyone else?
Me too. I can a little bit coffee with a lot of milk.
Okay, so you do a little bit of cream and then more milk.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I can drink coffee with milk. And in my country, we have condensed milk. It means a lot of sugar. Yeah.
but
It's
it
sweet
is
a
so
little
sweet.
bit and creamy.
Yes, that's right. Condensed milk is very good, but it does have sugar. Yeah. Excellent. Is there anyone else? I can't remember. I think we had 3 coffee drinkers.
Yeah, I also prefer a half milk and 1 tablespoon of sugar.
Cool. Excellent. Kind of a single. We'll talk about something similar to that later. Wonderful. And sorry for those who don't drink coffee, I'll ask you about ice caps or tea as well. If you drink coffee, when do you drink it?
I prefer to drink it in the early morning.
Mhm.
So we have a long time a day to wake up and focus on to do anything I want.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, me too. Just in the morning, not for the night or late afternoon because it will make me awake. I cannot sleep well at night.
Yes, I agree. Yes. Yeah, true. So early morning or morning. Anybody else?
To be honest, I only drink coffee when I want to get sick. So I'm not gonna go to school.
Oh, okay. So if you tell me you need to be absent one day, I'll know that you drank coffee. Wonderful. What about tea? Somebody said they prefer tea. When do you like to drink tea?
Um, yeah. She first.
I would like well. I can drink the tea the whole day, and it will not influence my sleeping. But I cannot drink coffee before I sleep.
Okay, wonderful. And somebody also said ice caps. What about ice caps?
It's a coffee a little bit with ice, a lot of ice. So it makes the body cold, and I cannot describe it in detail how it's very cold when green ice comes.
Excellent, thank you. Perfect. And for our next question, so going away from your habits, what are some famous coffee chains in your home country? Any famous coffee chain in your home country, even if you're not sure that we've heard of it, that's okay.
So in Vietnam we have Highland coffee or Trung coffee and also Raccoon coffee. And so coffees is like a lot of other famous coffee chain like Starbucks use coffee. Yeah.
Perfect. So I know Starbucks is a worldwide chain. Are those three that you mentioned before that, are they specifically Vietnamese chains?
Yes, it is Vietnamese chain.
Cool. Thank you. Excellent. How about anyone else? Any famous coffee chains in your home country?
I absolutely agree with you because we are the same country.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, in India, we have Starbucks.
Mhm.
And some local brands like
Yeah.
but recently is opened Starbucks in like in my hometown.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm going to move on to the next slide now. So you're going to be doing a reading task next. We've talked a little bit about coffee and specifically Tim Hortons. Our topic today is Tim Hortons as a Canadian symbol. So we've done our preview discussion, a little bit of brainstorming and preview discussion to think about the topic. And now we're going to do a reading task. It is going to be a website that I'll give you in a second. And what you're going to do for this reading task is you're going to work in groups, and I'll put you in breakout rooms, 2 different groups in breakout rooms to do this work. What you're going to do is you're going to review the timeline on the website that I give you, which is this website here. I'll also copy it and put it in the chat. You're just going to read through and review the timeline. You don't have to read it super carefully, but just review it and look through it. And then you're basically going to discuss the main points together, kind of doing a summary together, talking about what happened in different years or different times according to the timeline. So I'm going to sharing my Mentimeter presentation now. And as I mentioned, I am going to put the link in the chat so you have it. And now I'm going to put you into breakout rooms. We've done this before. So with a breakout room, you're just going to be assigned a room. I'm putting you into 2 rooms. So one room will have 2 students and one room will have 3. And all you need to do is select to join the room and have your discussion. So go ahead. All right, welcome back. I hope you had a good discussion discussing the timeline and talking about the main points. Now for our next task, since you've done some reading, we're going to do a quick comprehension quiz of the reading. And for that, we're going to use Kahoot. So you can see on the screen share that I'm showing you Kahoot, which is that quiz, online quiz game that we play. It's just loading. I'm going to silence the music so it's easier to hear. So you're going to go to www.kahoot.it. a new website different from the Mentimeter. And then you're going to enter this game pin, 9398238. You'll need to put your name as usual after you've gone to the website and entered the pin. And we're going to do 4 comprehension questions to see how much you understood from reading the Tim Hortons timeline. So we almost have everybody in. Let's give a few more seconds for you to join our Kahoot game. And then we'll get started. As I mentioned, this is going to be a comprehension quiz, just a fun quiz, not for marks, to see how much you understood from the reading that you did about Tim Hortons. Perfect, let's get started. All right. The first question, who was Tim Horton? A Canadian basketball player, a Canadian football player, a Canadian hockey player, or a Canadian baseball player? Who was Tim Horton? Yes, a Canadian hockey player. So Tim Horton was a former Canadian hockey player who decided to open what we now know as the huge coffee franchise known as Tim Hortons. You can tell it's his name. Wonderful, we have Mai in the lead, but Ha and Wang are not far behind. Let's move on to the second question. When did the first Tim Hortons restaurant open? 1964, 1968, 1974, 1976? Yes, 1964. The first of the franchises opened in 1964. So Tim Hortons has been around and in Canada for quite a while. Excellent, Mai is still in the lead, but Ha is close behind. When was the Timbit added to the menu? 1974, 1981, 1984, 1976? And it was 1974. Yes, so the Timbit was added just 10 years after the first store opened. And just in case you're not familiar, the Timbit is that small middle part of the donut. So donuts are round with a hole in the middle. The Timbit is that part of the donut that is taken out. They're delicious. Oh, and Ha has taken the lead. And she's on fire. She must be a fan of Timbits. And finally, what is a double-double? A double chocolate donut, a sandwich with double meat, a coffee with double cream and sugar, or a meal combo with coffee and donuts? And a double-double is a coffee with 2 cream, double cream, and 2 sugar or double sugar. Wonderful. Excellent, so we have Yuang in 3rd place, good job. In 2nd place, we have Mai. And in 1st place, we have Ha. Congratulations, good job. You did an excellent job of understanding the timeline that you read. You must have done an excellent job of discussing it in your groups as well. So that's our first activity with Tim Hortons. We are going to continue to talk about Tim Hortons as a Canadian symbol with some different listening, reading, speaking, and writing activities. But let's take a short break and then we will continue.